welcome to another week's episode of Fun with Whole Foods. I'm really excited for this month's superfood of the month, which is the lovely British courgette. And I've bought them. I'm not growing them in the garden this year, but I'm really excited. If you click over to my blog and read the post, these are amazing foods. The antioxidants in the skin, the amount of vitamin A in them, and they produce forever when you're growing them. So let's get more of these everywhere we can. So today's recipe is a seasonal healthy muffin recipe. It's summer fruit and courgette muffins. So I've done a little bit of prep work first. So you're gonna take your courgette, grate it on the rough side of a grater, and then you want to squeeze it to get some of the water out. Either make up a little bag out of kitchen towel, but be very careful, only take a handful at a time because it will split under the water and pressure, or a nut milk bag to squeeze out the liquid, or a muslin, clean tea towel, any of that sort of stuff that you'd squeeze liquid out of. And then you're left with a slightly drier, because it will still release more liquid once it's in the oven. If you don't do that step of squeezing, these will be too soggy. And the other pre-prep step, you could use fresh summer berry mix because they're all in season at the moment. So it's the perfect time to grab some from the garden. Or if you're like me, or if you're like my mum, the freezer's full at the moment of different ones she's picked. So if you're trying to use up last year's stock from the freezer for fresh stuff, go for that. Or I picked up a Sainsbury's Basics bag, and you want to defrost it and then measure out 200 grams once it's defrosted, trying to make sure you take as little of the liquid as possible, because again, you don't need a lot more liquid going into these muffins. So we're going to take our mixing bowl, and the first thing that we're going to measure in is our dry ingredients, our floury mix. And today I'm using a 1/4 cup of ground almonds, or almond flour. I'm using 1/8 of a cup of oat bran. You could omit the oat bran and sub in oatmeal. I added it because it just helps absorb a little bit more of the liquid coming out of the courgette and the berries, and a bit of extra fibre is always good. We do not get enough fibre on average in this country. Then our oat flour, or our pre-ground fine oatmeal, and you take 1/4 cup plus 1/2 cup. So in total you're having 3/8 of a cup. No, oh sorry. 1/8 cup plus 1/4 cup. So in total you're having 3/8 of a cup. I always get my measurements wrong. So 1/4 cup ground almonds, 1/8 of a cup of oat bran, 1/8 plus 1/4, so a total of 3/4 of a cup of oatmeal. And then we're going to take 2 teaspoons of baking powder. Remember, powder puffs, soda spreads. So having baking powder to give it some lift. These do come out lovely and airy because of the combination of all the fruits in them and the baking powder, and it's just amazing. So give your dry ingredients a little twirl. Then we're going to add our wet ingredients. So I decided to make these vegan. Instead of an egg, we're going to add 1/8 of a cup, or 2 tablespoons of almond butter. This is all the fat that we're adding, and yeah, it works. I don't know why it works as an egg substitute, but the muffins still work. That might be because of the courgette, it might just be random magic, but 1/8 of a cup of almond butter, and it's beautiful. It's so nutritious because you've got so much more trace minerals and elements than you would in butter. And you've got roughly the same amount of protein as you would get from an egg. So you're going to pop that in, you're going to pop in your grated and drained courgette. You're going to pop in your summer berries. And we're going to put in about a teaspoon of, who remembers putting the vanilla pods into the vodka? Nearly finished that bit of extract now. A teaspoon of vanilla extract in as well. I'm not adding any other sweetness. I'm allowing all the sweetness to come from the vanilla and the berries in this recipe. So, and then we give it a really good stir. Get everything mixed in. And now the beauty of using frozen defrosted berries is that they will quite easily mash up a little bit as you're mixing. So you're going to get a good berry mix flavour through the whole cakes, and that will release water to bring the batter together. So you've got some lovely, still almost whole strawberries in here as well. And then this recipe will make about 4 of our nice large muffins. So I'm going to fill the cases, I'm going to pop them in the oven at gas mark 5 for about half an hour, and I will see you back when they're ready to come out and we'll enjoy a muffin together. See you in a minute. Welcome back. It's been 30 minutes and I can smell how ready these muffins are now. So I'm going to grab them out of the oven. I'll just show you, you can see golden top, springy to the touch. They should come out clean of batter if you, sorry, I'm burning myself, if you pop a cocktail stick in them. And I'll show you this one, this is beautiful. You can see you've still got whole bits of fruit, so wait 5 to 10 minutes for them to cool down a bit before you start eating them. And they're also lush cold. I've been developing this recipe, having one for breakfast. They make an amazing breakfast because they're packed full of fibre, vitamins and slow release carbs to really keep you full and going into a lunch and help spark up that brain in the morning. So enjoy. I know they're not the prettiest muffins that have ever been seen in the world, but they're tasty and they're full of healthy goodness. So I'll see you next week on another episode of Fun with Whole Foods, where we will probably be doing another recipe involving courgettes.